Minneapolis for Championship Sunday of the 2025 Women's Frozen Four. Two teams, the two best in the country, Ohio State and Wisconsin. One dream, one trophy. Best on best. What most people expected at this time of the season is finally here. Two teams that have waited a long time to get back here, back to this stage. One trophy, one final Sunday of this regular season into the Frozen Four, and off we go on Championship Day. Yeah, gets because they have so much speed. Here's Cassie Hall, fires, and a save made by Amanda Thiele, the goaltender for the Buckeyes. Joy Dunn, Canada won, power move to the net, scores! Look out, play like Edwards moving in, Edwards scores! Answers right back! 2-1, Buckeyes lead it after one. There, and now a flag, score! That finds the back of the net, an absolute rip from Petchel, and it's a 2-goal lead. Patiently firing there from a sharp angle was first and 6. Harvey scores! 1-goal game. Final turn and center. That puck taps into the grass for Amanda Thiele. Got a little heated on that last shift, and the emotion carries over. That'll do it for period 2. Ohio State with a 1-goal lead. Themselves deja vu, a 1-goal difference.
The glove that was in the
Yeah, it did it cross the line.
Did it cross the line, or
Yeah, she's covering the puck in the crease, and it would be a penalty shot.
Faces along the bench, anxiously anticipating this call.
After review, we have a successful coach's challenge for Wisconsin.
It comes down to who wants to step up. And so a couple players mentioned Kirsten, and then it's the ownership's hers. I'll take it. Okay, go get it. Nothing. You got to be as free as you can be right in that moment. You can't be thinking about anything other than I'm going to score.
Here is Sims moving in on Thiele to try to tie the championship game. Oh, what a move! She does!
And shot to goal! She scores! She scores and ties the game!
Extra hockey to OT. We go in the national championship. Overtime for all the Marbles. This is what you sign up for. Trying to get in. Petchel with her. Here's the drop pass. Eden fires. Blocked. Follow-up shot goes high. And poised pass out the center for Eden. Sweeping down the wall. Here comes Eden. Looking. Firing. Save made. Rebound. Scores! Sims wins the national championship in overtime.
Figured out how to get to the finish line, and as I've always said, Monday always comes. Well, Monday's coming tomorrow, and we've got the national championship trophy back in Madtown, so it's a good day. Sometimes you have to persevere. Sometimes you get tired and things aren't working out, but you still have to keep battling, and that's what they've done all year. So we got the fish in the boat.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Brian Posick, and welcome to LeBon Arena, home of the 8-time national champion, Wisconsin Badgers. What a season we just witnessed. 38 wins, a school record, only one loss in 41 games, undefeated at home. 221 goals scored this season, a UW record. The top 3 scorers in the country, 4 of the top 5, 5 of the top 7, the top point getter in the nation, the top goal scorer in the land, 25 conference victories, a school record, WCHA regular season champions for the 10th time in program history, WCHA tournament champions for the 11th time in program history, 15 academic all-conference honorees, 9 WCHA scholar athletes, 8 all-conference selections, 4 first-team all-WCHA honorees, the WCHA Player of the Year, the WCHA Defensive Player of the Year, the WCHA Coach of the Year. This is a good season, right? 4 first-team All-Americans, 3 Patty Kaz finalists, the Patty Kazmaier Award winner, the National Goaltender of the Year, the National Coach of the Year, and 2025 national champions. And what a game yesterday at Ritta Arena. Down 1-0, down 3-1. The Badgers rally, force overtime, and win it 4-3. So how many of you here tonight were at LeBon West last night? To see all the red in Ritta Arena was amazing. So we're thrilled that you're here tonight to celebrate this national championship. And without further ado, let's introduce the 2024-25 Wisconsin Badgers. I'd like to bring out student manager Avery Berry, student manager Claire Rothering, student athletic trainer Izzy Lamprey, program assistant Eric Steffen, brand manager AJ Harrison, strength coach Paul Balukas, athletic trainer Stephanie Arntz, director of operations and video review guru Justin Kukuska, Senior Associate Athletic Director Jason King, Director of Athletics Chris McIntosh, our goaltender coach Mark Greenhall, Assistant Coach Jackie Crum, Associate Head Coach Dan Cook, and the head coach of the Wisconsin Badgers, Mark Johnson. Now let's bring in the players. Number 2, Finley McCarthy. Number 8, Hannah Halverson. Number 14, Maggie Scannell. Number 17, Grace Bickett. Number 21, Emma Venucio. Number 7, Kelly Gorbatenko. Number 9, Ava Murphy. Number 11, Cassie Hall. Number 19, Bella Vasseur. Number 22, Lainey Potter. The National Goaltender of the Year, number 30, Ava McNaughton. Number 12, Michaela Zelich. Number 16, Claire Enright. Number 20, Vivian Jungles. The most outstanding player of the Frozen Four, number 27, Kirsten Sims. Number 18, Marianne Picard. Number 23, Sarah Wozniewicz. Number 24, Katie Kutlowski. Number 35, Quinn Kuntz. Oh, I'm sorry, Chloe. Number 32, Chloe Baker. And now here's this year's leadership group. Alternate captain, number 6, Lacey Eden. The nation's leading goal scorer and first-team All-American, alternate captain number 10, Layla Edwards. First-team All-American number 4, Caroline Harvey. And 2025 Patty Kazmaier Award winner, captain number 26, Casey O'Brien. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 national champion, Wisconsin Badgers. And here to celebrate with us tonight and to celebrate another national championship is the Director of Athletics at the University of Wisconsin, Chris McIntosh.
Well, thank you, Brian. Thank you all for coming out tonight. What a special occasion for us to celebrate. First and foremost, I want to congratulate our team, the 2025 NCAA Women's Hockey Champions. I want to thank Coach Johnson, Coach of the Year, Coach Johnson. And his entire staff, Jackie, Dan, Greeny, for your leadership and for guiding these young women to another championship. All of our support staff that are behind the scenes, just a huge heartfelt thank you, because what you do is important. And lastly, I want to congratulate you and thank you for bringing back another championship to campus. And I want to thank you, Badger fans, for supporting us all along the way, both here in LeBon and on the road at Ritter. It was a special occasion. It was a monumental achievement, and it was fun to have you along the ride, for the ride on Wisconsin.
Thank you, Chris. I'd like to bring up the leadership group right now. All the captains, alternate captains, Casey, Caroline, come on, Layla, Lacey. Come on, stand up here. Here are the captains, everybody. Come on out here. Come on out there. I'm going to grab microphones here. Hold on to that one, Casey. Hold on to that one for me. Oh, yeah, whatever. All right, so which one wants it? Who wants it? The first question. Oh, okay. The first question. No, we're going to do Caroline first. This is Caroline Harvey, everybody. She is The highest scoring defender in program history, the single season record holder for points for a defenseman in program history, and an All-American and a national champion for the second time. So how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I also have no voice, so I'm sorry.
Her voice, yes. We've been singing a little bit?
I'd say a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay, all right. So obviously this past weekend was amazing. And you had a wake-up call early on in Game 1 against Minnesota. You feeling okay now?
Yeah, I'm doing good, yeah.
Holy cow, where did that come from? That came out of this world.
I think left field. I didn't expect that, actually.
No. And then you... Let's keep it clean now. I don't like the Gophers either, but let's keep it clean. You went off the ice for a little bit too, just try to get yourself back together a little bit?
Yeah, I just ground myself a bit, and then it was all good. Shook it off.
Yeah, you shook it off, and then he came out and scored a big goal. Now that's how you get him back, right?
I was pretty fired up. Yeah, I do.
So yesterday, you're down 3-1, and you know, part of this leadership group, you're here to help everybody be the best they can be. What were you thinking when it's 3-1 against Ohio State yesterday?
Yeah, it was a challenge. We went down, and we knew from the beginning, though, we had it in our team. We were going to come back. Never a doubt in our locker room, so we were keeping things positive. We were trying to uplift the group, but never a single doubt was in that locker room. We knew we were going to get the job done yesterday.
Well, I know, so you score a big goal again to make it 3-2, and then it's getting down to nitty-gritty time, for the lack of a better term. And I know everybody in this building was nervous. Were you nervous at all?
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe a little bit?
I'll be honest.
So when everything kind of transpired and the Buckeye, Maddie Wheeler, unfortunately for her, covers the puck in the crease, it leads to a penalty shot, and you all gathered together. It sounded like there was only one person that was going to take that shot, but would you have wanted to take that shot at that time?
No, that was Sim's shot. We all had full confidence in her and knew she was going to get it done.
Everybody, it was her, huh?
Yes.
Okay, all right, well that's, but I think you would have been fine, don't you?
I still would have pointed to her, but you got it.
You see all the fans here now. There was so much red in that building, Ritter Arena. What was that like, playing on the road but being in front of the crowd you were?
That was incredible. It felt like a home game. And for all you that traveled, thank you so much for your support. We couldn't do it without you guys.
And so you're celebrating your second national championship with the Badgers. What's the last 24 hours been like?
No words, like unbelievable. Some stories I don't know if we can share here, but it was the best memories with the girls.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Ladies and gentlemen, Caroline Harvey. Layla and Lacey are lucky they don't have to speak today. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Okay. How's it going, Layla?
Good, how are you?
Okay, we're off script here. Sorry about this, right? What an experience for you this past weekend. Can you put it into words for us?
No, I cannot.
That's Layla Edwards, everybody. Lacey, do you have anything to add?
I love being a Badger. Lacey, tell them what you did today.
Okay, well, it's become quite the national championship tradition to do a little polar plunge after winning. So you guys can check out that video on social media if you would like. But we got the team behind us supporting. We got the best fans in the country, and we love you guys so much.
That's Lacey Eden. And before we get to Casey O'Brien, let's take a look at the video board.
Historic season for Casey O'Brien. O'Brien leads the country in assists and points, and those numbers will only keep getting bigger.
You ain't seen nothing yet. You ain't seen nothing yet.
best player in college hockey this year.
You ain't seen nothing yet.
So a couple of weeks ago, this young lady passed Hillary Knight, become the school's all-time leading scorer. And then Friday, when she scored with 2 seconds left in the second period in that 6-2 win over Minnesota, she broke the single-season school record for points held by Megan Duggan. Those two are part of some memorable years here too, just like you've been a memorable part of now 3 national championships. You and Lacey and Katie Kudlowski, 3 national titles. And you win the Patty Caz too. So it's been a pretty good month of March, hasn't it?
Can't complain.
Your coach does not like distractions. And certainly on Saturday, it could have been a distraction for you and everybody involved. But I don't know if it turned out to be the case. You tell me what it was like that whole weekend from Friday playing your arch rival, who you've now beaten 10 times in a row, I might add. I don't like the Gophers. And then before you win a national championship, you win the Patty Kazmaier Award. What was that experience like?
Yeah, I don't think Saturday was a distraction at all. I mean, between me, KK, and Layla, we were treating it kind of like any other day. We were having so much fun with it, just joking around with each other. And I think no matter who won that, we would have been happy for each other. And I think anyone was deserving. So we kind of put that in the back of our minds and was just focusing on the natty.
There you go. And go ahead, yes. Have you been able to wrap your head around everything that's transpired here the last few days for you?
Not yet, I don't think. I mean, that ending to that game was insane. Shout out Sims. No, it's still sinking in. It's surreal. It was unbelievable.
Yeah. How did it feel to get a little payback against Ohio State?
There's nothing better.
So I know you got your degree recently, and you're now in the master's program for sports management. I understand you'd like to be a coach. Is that right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, after I'm done playing, coach would be my dream, especially at a place as special as Wisconsin. So if, Coach, you're ever done here, sign me up.
I think Mac just put a note in his pocket. And as far as the coaches are concerned, you know, you've been here 5 years. You've experienced so much. But Mark and Jackie and Dan and Greeny and the entire staff, what has the staff meant to you and the University of Wisconsin and this fan base that comes out and cheers you on each and every day?
I think the most special part with the coaching staff is they sit you down before every year. They ask you what your aspirations are, and they help you achieve it, not only on the ice, but mostly as a person. The way I've grown over the past 5 years, I don't think I would ever do that anywhere else, so I'm so grateful for them. They've been such an instrumental part of my life. And then being in LeBron, being in Madison, is the most special place on earth. Like, I wish I could have 5 more years. Like, it was the best years of my life. I'm so grateful for all of you guys, and I mean, it's just the best. That's all I can really say.
That's awesome. It's been a blast watching you play. Casey O'Brien, everybody. Well, at this time, I'd like to bring up a man who's accomplished quite a bit in his hockey career. You know, he grew up here. He was a really good high school player, and then I heard he was really good at the University of Wisconsin. Went on to win a gold medal for Team USA in the 1980 Olympics. Played in the National Hockey League and NHL All-Star. Coached the Madison Monsters. Nobody can ever forget that. Assistant coach on Jeff Sauer's staff for a long time. And then taking over this program and guiding the Badgers to 8 national championships. Let's bring out the National Coach of the Year, Mark Johnson.
Thanks for doing this. Hey, how good is that game?
You go ahead.
All right, quick question. When I finish the question, you can raise your hand. National championship game, 18 seconds to go. You're down 3-2. Referee's giving their team a penalty shot. You're at the bench. How many would say, Coach, I want to take it? Raise your hand. How many? I don't think I'd put my hand up either. Hey?
Now, wait a minute. If your dad said, Mark, go take that penalty shot, right? If he would have asked you, I need you to take it, would you have taken it if your dad would have asked?
I don't know. You got to have ice in your veins, and you got to have a lot of positive thoughts. And actually, you have to have 100% positive thoughts as you pick that puck up. And the only thing you're thinking about is I'm going to score a goal, and that's what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
And that's what Simsy did.
Yes.
Woo!
You're so humble. You had a little magic in your stick too, Mark. I'm sure you would have been just fine. So that was, you've coached and played in a lot of hockey games over the years. That was one of the wildest endings to a game you'll ever see, and with so much on the line, the national championship.
Yeah, it's, and you've seen a lot of hockey, and we've all seen a lot of hockey, and I was getting quite a few texts from people that are in the hockey business and have been in it a long time, and it's a great game. We've seen a lot of crazy things happen in the game of ice hockey, and what we witnessed yesterday, I've never seen before, or I don't know if I'll see ever again. So it was remarkable. As I said at the press conference afterward, you need time to let the process of what happened sink in, and I'm not there yet. I'm still trying to figure out. I dropped Greeny off at his house last night about 2:30, and I was going to go home and obviously go to bed and make sure I didn't wake up in the morning and figured out I was dreaming what happened yesterday. So I got up, looked at the paper, and we still won, so that's a good thing.
But I was surprised when you said you couldn't watch Kirsten's attempt on that penalty shot. You didn't watch? You were that nervous?
I wasn't nervous. I just didn't want to look at what was going to happen. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the confidence that she was going to score, but I was going to let the bench, the players in front of me, their reaction dictate what happened. And they were either going to be crazy or they were going to be dejected. And so as they were going nuts, I knew we scored. And I didn't see the goal until I was going up to the press conference at AJ with me, and I says, hey, do you have the goal on your phone? And he was able to pull it up because I heard the move was unbelievable. And we had talked about that move a few times, all right? And I'm figuring you're going to go in, you're going to go backhand, bar down, and then all of a sudden you made that move, and it was like, wow, that was special.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Buckeyes don't like seeing number 27 in Cardinal White. She's beaten them a few times. So your team made it look easy so often this season, but you knew at this point in time in this season it was going to get difficult, and boy, did it ever, right?
Yeah, as you get to the end and as teams start getting eliminated, you see it in basketball and all the other sports, it gets harder as you go to the end, and so your body of work up to that point is going to indicate, do you have a chance or don't you have a chance, and are you going to be able to play? And I call it being free. Are you going to be able to play up your capabilities? And as a coach, prior to yesterday's game and even Friday's game against Minnesota, it's like, I just want to play well. I want to play like we played all year, and if on that particular day it's not enough, that's so be it. But yesterday's game, you find a way to get to the end, and even though a lot of us were like, the hope was dwindling as we were getting towards the end, and it looked like it wasn't going to happen. It's a funny game, and funny things happen. And yesterday, towards the end, a couple funny things happened, and then all of a sudden, we created some energy by getting that third goal. And I could sense, I was a lot more comfortable between the third period and overtime than I was at any other point in the game. And I just knew the energy that we created from that goal, something was going to happen. And I thought it was going to happen in the first 4 or 5 minutes. If we got a couple chances, and ended up, 2.5 minutes into it, we ended it. But the big thing in Friday night was awesome. I went through the tunnel, and we're playing in Minnesota against Minnesota in their building. And so Minnesota got to introduce their team first because they were the visitors. And they were loud, and the band was loud. And then they went to introducing our players. And our fans took it upon them and said, well, oh yeah, that was loud, but this is what loud sounds like. And then yesterday, coming through the tunnel at the start of the game, it was like, wow, it was a sea of red. So I don't know how I can thank you enough for the people that came up and supported it. And they got treated to a once-in-a-lifetime hockey game, and so they have something that they took back to wherever they went in, something special. So
your team was consistent all season long. This was the goal when the season began, when these young ladies got together in June to get it going, and you finally, you put the fish in the boat, right?
We got the fish in the boat, and now we can sit up at the table and having a wonderful meal. But as I told the team last night after the celebration, and we're in the locker room, and we just have the group as you see in front of you right now in the locker room, and it's a special moment. But as I told the team, each one of them had a part in the season, and you can look at each one of them at any given point, scored a big goal, blocked a big shot, made a play to help us win a game, and they all have to feel proud of themselves for what they accomplished this year, because it wasn't easy. There's a lot of adversity within a season at different points, whether things that are going on the ice or whether life in general as we deal with a lot of different people, but they stuck with it. And as you say, as a coach, all you ask for is consistency. And in day one, when they came to practice, they competed, they played hard, they pushed themselves, they pushed each other, and they did that each weekend. And then, I'm not a big numbers guy, and then at the end you start looking at things and it's like, whoa, we only lost one game. Wow, that's pretty special. How'd that happen? And so players, they deserve all the credit because they're the ones that have to commit to doing things, and it all starts last July when they came back and they go to summer school, they start working out, they start doing their conditioning. They obviously didn't like the results we had in our last game last year, so they came back more focused, more dialed in, and hoping to get another opportunity to win another one. And spent a lot of time doing that and spending a lot of time together, and like I say, conditioning and winning a lot of games and figuring things out. And got that opportunity, and gave me a few more gray hairs yesterday by the way they did it, but it was a great bus ride home.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure it was. And I don't know if you heard the voice of the Hall of Fame broadcaster Paul Brown call the game-winning goal yesterday that Kirsten Simms scored, but at the end he said 8 is great, and I'm thinking 9 would be fine.
So we got to enjoy it about 24 hours?
You got 24 hours to enjoy this, and it's about done now. Yeah. Get back to work, Mark. Congratulations.
Thank you. And again, a special thank you to the people that watched it for coming out today, and the people that traveled up to Duluth a couple weeks to go for our playoffs, up to Minneapolis. It's special.
Mark Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, and the national champion Wisconsin Badgers. And we'd like to close tonight's celebration with our time-honored tradition. Please join the national champs and the UW Band for the singing of varsity.